guys, welcome back to Me Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And I have seen the coming of the Lord.
Its name's Brightburn and not from that whore.
Oh, hey! I'm just gonna put this out there, guys. This is a spoiler-free review. This was my second favorite fucking movie of the entire goddamn year. Number one being Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
This one came in second behind it.
Well, I'm sorry.
It did.
Can we say Aladdin? Thank you. Get away. Wowzer! What the fuck? Because you go in expecting it to be one way, right? You saw the trailer, you've seen what's going down, and you're like, okay, it's an evil Superman, but there's so much more, Stephen.
You come out being like, I want to get naked and cover myself in cheese whiz.
Well, you come out more thinking you're like, I'm a motherfucking star boy. Like, that's what he should have said when he realized his superpowers. Okay, so what the trailers did for you is it pretty much gave you a basic plot line of it. It's pretty much exactly what they say. If Superman went evil and didn't go the justified way and, to protect humanity, instead use it for selfish reasons and revel in the power that he has over humans, what would it be like? And they fucking explore it with a goddamn magnifying glass and show you all the gory glory right in your buttholes. And that is something that you need to have worked out with the doctor. But it was like, dude, the story as it's unfolding throughout the first part of the film, I'm okay with it. But then when the violence goes down, when the violent shit starts happening, I'm like, oh my Lord, you need Jesus. Because I wasn't expecting it to go as crazy fucking nasty as they went with it. And I'm like, fuck.
Well, here's the thing, so you have two things here. Obviously, when you saw it from the trailer, this is a direct play on Man of Steel Superman.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what if Superman was evil? So we get that. That's cool as fuck. Just from the get-go, just the idea is cool as fuck. Like, what if Superman was evil? We've all wanted to see that. But really fucking evil, guys. This is not what you might think it is. This is a hardcore, up-your-ass horror movie. It is a horror movie, man. And it actually there was moments in the movie that actually fucking scared me. Well, you can't fuck up on...
A lot of jump scares.
Yeah, and so if you're gonna do that, okay, you're gonna flip Man of Steel on its head, you're gonna make it a bad guy, okay, cool. You're gonna make it a horror movie, okay, cool. Here's where you might run into some trouble. This is just a little kid. So then you've got this he has superpowers, but he's a little kid or whatever. No, this little kid, because he has, and you just assume the way the movie's filmed, that he has the kind of strength and all the abilities that Superman has, and they do that. I mean, there's the eyes, there's the lasers out of the eyes,
super strength,
super speed,
everything,
all that. It's fucking frightening. And then they set it up in the beginning because they want to have David Denman, who's Pam's original boyfriend in The Office. He was also the dad in Power Rangers. I like him. He's a good actor. I enjoy him. And Elizabeth Banks, who I can't help but think about 40-year-old virgin every time I see her. But she's a good actress.
You imagine in today's society giving a prepubescent kid all the powers of Superman that's raised on fucking Fortnite, Cheetos, and Mountain Dew. You're in for a world of hurt, bitch! Because they're not going to give a fuck about empathy or anything like that. And they do explore that really well. Even though the parents do a good job as far as the film goes, is trying to raise them as their own and on this simple farm life and in a small town, it doesn't really affect him in the way that Clark Kent got affected. It's more like, I know I'm special, bitch. Now bow down and give me what me want. And that's pretty much how the movie goes.
Take it, Brenda.
And he's like, but yeah, the lack of empathy, just there are scenes in it that show like he just doesn't have the connection to humans as, you would think that a normal person would have. Like, one of the characters died, I don't want to tell you who, but in a gruesome fucking way, and they're telling him about it, and he's like, okay. I mean, is Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon on this morning? Like nothing happened. Like, this oatmeal is shit.
That part scared me too, and that's the thing about this that I think people, there's a whole group, I don't know how it's done, apparently it's not doing as well as they wanted to box office wise, which is so fucking disappointing, but there's a group of people that I feel like are gonna be into this movie that don't know it yet, and those are the true crime folks. When you look at this from a lens of true crime, you're looking at this and it's like watching a serial killer be born. It's not just a superhero origin story, it's a serial killer origin story, which adds a whole new layer of interest because the things that they find that this kid's into, the things he has hidden in his room, like you and I would have Playboys, he has some other shit going on.
Forwards him.
Yeah, it's almost like a Jeffrey Dahmer type origin story plus Superman type origin story in the way that he's fucked up about it. It is a fucking unfiltered, pure 1000% horror movie. when you see people fucking die, you don't just see it, you hear that shit like.
I know. I'm not gonna say it's on the level of Hostel, but it's close to it. Like when the death scenes occur and what they show, they don't pan away or pussy out at the last second and not show you what the fuck is going on. And it actually goes back to the striking moment when you find out, like you were mentioning, a serial killer kind of attitude or mentality, because, and this isn't giving anything away, like he's very interested in the human anatomy, and you start exploring that, and as the movie progresses and exactly why he's interested in shit like that and how he is, I guess, implementing his studies, it's like, damn! You need Jesus. There were some things in the movie though that I was just like, yeah, it's kind of slowing down the momentum a little bit. The pacing is getting off beat a little bit. Not much, but sometimes when they would have conversations about this or that, about what he can do, what he can't do, maybe we should talk to maybe, you know, I felt like it's sometimes we were running in circles and we were talking about the same shit over and over again in loops of 20. I feel like they could have cut out some of those parts, but at the same time, the acting is great. The acting overall, like even the secondary or the minor characters did really well. Yeah. There's one specific scene, I don't remember the girl's name, but the girl that he has a crush on in school was acting terrified, and there's a reason why that happens. I don't want to give that away, but like you could feel her real fear.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I think that makes this movie for me so special is that not only we both love superhero movies, and so it's got all that good shit in it, but it's very creepy and dark, and it's got this intimidating presence about it that you don't know what's going to be around the next corner, and it keeps you guessing from almost like how's Michael gonna fucking kill somebody in the next room?
Dude, that's it right there, because where he has these superpowers, and you know someone's about to fucking get it. When you know they're about to get it, you're scared. Yeah. Like honestly, like I was sitting there and and it's not just the gore, because the gore had me, and I actually took my 9-year-old to see this. Judge me later.
It's whatever.
Everyone at the theater.
Let the child watch.
It's definitely the scariest movie she's ever seen, and she even said so. I didn't know certain things were gonna happen in it, but you know that.
Yeah, it threw you all. I mean, it threw you for a loop-de-loop. Yeah. There's no way you know.
There were certain scenes where like it was funny though, because as a dad, like I should have been like I'll just say jaw. There was certain, like that scene.
Yeah. Oh man,
I should have covered her eyes,
man.
but I was torn between covering her eyes and kind of I almost treated her like you. I was like, dude,
it's so bad.
I was like, and I was like half covering her eyes and half like pushing her.
Woo. But I actually genuinely got fucking scared, and I'm like, I got pissed the fuck off, because there was a lot of shit. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like the manual didn't say there was gonna be a goddamn haunted house tour at some point, because I don't like jump scares, you guys know that, and that's fucking left and right. And it got to a point where I was getting pissed off, like, son of a bitch, tell the fucking story.
Because he's so fast!
I know, and I was like, here, motherfucker, you can lift up mountains. Why are you sneaking around the fucking house?
Why Ronda can't do that shit?
Oh, damn. But yeah, I mean, like, I went with my brother to go see it. And the brother I went with, he's very like into the hardcore like gore shit. Like it doesn't really faze him. And even there was certain scenes where he was like, oh. Because
the sounds, dude.
Yeah, and you know, I guess the only way that I could equate it is the new Mortal Kombat fatalities, like the way that they make the gurgle sounds when they die and stuff. And you see every fucking detail of it. Do they make sure they pay attention to that? They do pay attention to that. But you know, God bless them. Thank you for making a movie like this, because I've never personally. I mean, I was trying to think of it when I was leaving the theater. Had I ever seen a horror movie based around a superhero? No. I think that Spawn would be close to it, but Spawn was a terrible CG buttfuck of a mess in 1994. Blade would be close because it's Vampire Hunter, but I've never seen a gruesome, gory Superman origin story like they showed in this, and not giving a fuck about how like it was going to affect people. They just went like, we're going to go full on with it and have a great time. Man, I'm going to give this movie a 9.0.
That's right where I'm at.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not seeing it in the theater. If you want to wait, that's fine. But I mean, it's something like, as a superhero fan, or as a gore fanatic or a horror fan, it combines everything that you want into one thing, and you get everything you want, like a $5 menu at Subway. Yeah. Pick it your way.
Go get it.
Love it.
Go get it.
But I mean, yeah, what about even the music, man? Even the ominous tones that they use, like what they chose, man. James Gunn, I know he didn't direct it, but he was the producer of this. Yeah. Like he did a great job with like picking. Like it was almost like a middle finger to me that James Gunn was doing to the whole comic book industry. He's like, I'm gonna flip this motherfucker on its head.
But not in a way like I'm trying to say something.
No.
It was just like
it's like no one's done this before. Like
you can feel his trauma days in this at least as a producer.
I think somebody online compared it. A lot of people compared it to the Toxic Avenger
Yeah.
from Troma Studios.
Yeah.
Which it's not that gory.
Yeah,
but
don't if you go, like if you go
it's
in,
not that
if you go in the
cheesy,
mindset like this is gonna fucking be Cannibal Holocaust, it'll be underwhelming. Like it was just way more gory than you would expect to see. It wasn't like anything that you pretty much haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But for what you were expecting from the trailers for 2019, the way we do horror movies, things like that, it was surprising. But I will say the only thing I'll take against it is halfway through the movie I was a little disappointed because I was thinking, man, some of the greatest parts in this movie are really fucking shown at the jump in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like a couple of parts in the trailers really gave it away, but then after that halfway point and shit started to happen that wasn't in the trailer, I was like, oh, fuck.
Man, yeah, well, and just so you guys know, it's not really like a bonus credit, but stick around when the final scene, by the way, is fucking beautiful.
That
shot.
had James Gunn all over it.
It looks
It
so
felt
good,
fun as fuck.
and it looks good as fuck. Yeah, I had a great time. I had a great. Can I buy another ticket? But then when the it says directed by or whatever, stick around because then you get like some extra shit too, and it's like it's worth it. Then you're like, damn, and they opened up a whole new universe. Now that's the question. I'm not saying I don't want a sequel, but I don't want a sequel. Like, it's weird. Like, the movie is so good for me, the way it is, leave it alone. Like, it's something that it comes along every once in a while, and it's something, it's so surprising, and it's so fresh, and it's so different, and so new. Leave it the fuck alone. Don't, like, just spoil it and start creating other stuff around it. But then again, you want to see more of it, because I want to see the kid, like, grow up.
Dude, that's exactly what I want to see. You take this kid from his young age, and he's going to become, I'm telling you guys right fucking now, if the movie does well enough at the box office and they do a sequel and they do multiple sequels, this could be our generation's Michael Jason type shit.
I mean,
you're hitting
that's a bold statement, Cotton.
But dude, look, you're hitting the perfect superhero vein. He's so powerful and it makes him so scary that he is so powerful. And if you do these sequels with this movie, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. I'm gonna go into the next movie scared, like, oh fuck, what's he gonna do now he's a little bit older? He just keeps getting more fucking powerful.
It's true.
And the way the movie ends, it's a fun ending. It's fun and it's depraved. It almost has a mid-2000s feel.
I liked it. It felt good.
There's a surprise in the ending, dude. I love this movie so fucking much.
You get your bang for your buck, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely, please go see the movie so that they make more sequels. And comment down below what are your all's thoughts on Brightburn. We love your fucking faces, and if you're new to the channel, get that goddamn wham opinion.
And feel good about it when you have it up in you. And don't be a Brightburn turd. And subscribe, please.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.